Okay, hi. I posted on my radical prostatectomy. It was about 10 days post. Um, Now I am 5.5 weeks post surgery. Had my catheter out at about 13 days and was absolutely shocked at the fact that um, I was incontinent pretty seriously. And most of the people I had spoken to had said they really had no problem with it. I even know one guy who brought his Depends with him and he didn't even need them first day. Well, let me tell you, my first 3 or 4 days, I needed Depends plus an extra pad inside. Um, about 7, 8, 9 pads I went through a day. Um, what I want to tell you is don't be shocked if this happens to you. Your doctor's going to tell you don't worry about it. Give it time. Um, and I'm going to fast forward real quick. So that's at the 2 week mark, right? I'm now 5.5 weeks. I'm just 3 days away from the 6 week mark where you should have full healing. I've gone from the Depends with 7, 8, 9 pads to now it Depends with 2 pads. And as of today, the last couple of days, I have been better than ever. I'm not leaking like I was when I stand, and it seems like I'm really hitting a point where it's getting very, very good. I am 100% sleeping, no problems at all, no leakage. I'm almost 100% if I'm sitting. If I sneeze or cough really hard, I might have some little bit come out. It's all standing for me. And it was really bad my first couple of weeks, to the point where I really couldn't even go out. But what I did was, if you're interested, the Weissner clamp, if you go on for penile clamps, you'll find a whole bunch of them out there. You're going to get good and bad reviews. So you just have to take a shot at one. I tried the Weissner clamp. Wow, phenomenal. It was completely comfortable for me. 2 weeks ago, I did all the parking of cars for a shower at a person's house, for a wedding, and I was up helping with food and all that, and I didn't know how I was going to do that because I was leaking. Well, I used that clamp, and every hour you have to go to the bathroom, release it, put it back on. I found it to be comfortable. I had no problems with it, and I pretty much use it on and off for about 5 hours. The next weekend also went to the beach with my wife. Again, same thing. Last weekend I was in a pool. We were in the beach water a lot, and I didn't use it at all for the weekend, and I seem to have reached a point, like I said, where I'm actually getting better. So right now, again, 5.5 weeks, getting close to the 6 week mark. I'm doing real well. Everything. It's 10:17 in the morning. I'm up since 6 o'clock. I'm completely dry, even with walking around, whatever I've done. So, the biggest thing I can tell you at this point is do not be shocked. Don't look at the mountain in front of you. You know, look at that first couple of steps you're taking and say, I'm going to be okay. If I need to use 7, 8, 9 pads in my Depends, it's not a problem at all. Give it time. Give it time. That's the best I can tell you at this point. So I'm feeling good. I did not do exercise. I'm giving it 6 weeks. My doctor said I could start exercising like right away. I don't agree. I was pretty sore, and I'm giving it a full 6 weeks before I'm going back to my jogging or any heavy lifting at all. I haven't done a single bit of heavy lifting, not at all. And then now the other issue, of course, is sexual function. I'm good. My wife and I were able to have sex. I would say we were about 20 days out from surgery. I am using a half tab of Viagra for rehab, and I think that does help. But 5.5 weeks out, my wife and I have been able to have sex, and I've had an erection hard enough to be able to have sex. So we're good there. But I do think the Viagra does help. I only take a half every other day, and I'll take a half if I know we're going to have sex that night. I'll take a half an hour before we do. And I notice the difference with and without. So I think it's a really good part of the rehab. And I would recommend it. I don't need the full one, just a half, so you save a lot of money that way too. I think I covered everything of where I'm at now at 5.5 weeks. I'm going to just leave you with, if you're looking at this and you're incontinent and you just had your catheter out, hey, look down the road a bit. At 6 weeks, you can be a lot better. And at my 3-month checkup, which is the first checkup, I'm expecting to be a lot better. I'm seeing a lot of improvement. Hang in there, work with it. You made the hardest decision of your life, which is to have the prostate out. I would never look back at that, and even if I was incontinent for the next year, I'm living with it, and I'm still enjoying life. So a lot of it's up here. So I'm glad to have it out. Looking forward to that first blood test in 3 months to see if there's any PSA floating around. My results were excellent. Pathology all came back, about the best report I could possibly have. I was a 7 going in, 7 coming out. Lymph nodes, nothing in them. No evidence at all that my cancer came outside of the margins of the prostate. So everything looked real good. And obviously my doctor did a good job. So I'm happy. Keep a positive outlook. That's the best I can tell you. Keep a positive outlook. It's going to get better. I'll probably post again at the 3-month mark after I have my first blood test and let you know how the incontinence is going. So all the best to those of you who have not had it yet and you're watching this. Pick a doctor who's done it many times. My doctor, about 5,000 times, he did the robotic surgery. So just be confident in your doctor, and I was too. Okay. See you at another time when I post again.